me banned.
Yeah. Don't worry, there's no racism or anything.
Well, that's right. I was talking about Hitler this morning.
Talking about what?
Hitler this morning.
Oh, what about him? Just like, you know.
I actually agree with some of his policies, but not any of his processes.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, even the worst people can still have, like, information you can glean from them, right?
I did. I did. So he's got 500 recorded public talks, right?
Yeah.
Someone had gone and translated all of them using AI into English,
Hmm.
and I did a couple of them. Not on stream. That may not be a good idea, but yeah.
Okay, this strategy is ridiculous. It says the win rate is 73%. That can't be correct.
Yes, it
I
can.
mean, okay, yeah, I guess that can't because if you're getting it wrong 48% of the time, but you're profitable 1.81, then yeah, I guess that does make sense. Okay, here, I'm just gonna put the whole shebang and I'll just copy paste the whole shebang into your Discord.
What you're saying is, holy shit, this makes money. That can't be right.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it'd be like 60% win rate and then, or I thought it'd be like,
Nah,
I
nah,
thought
bro.
it'd be like 40% win rate, but then a very high profit factor. You know what I mean? But this is high profit factor and high win rate.
Yeah, bro. I know. You've tweaked something though, because I have a high win rate and a low profit factor. My profit factor is 0.5 and my win rate is 76. So I
Okay,
wonder
I
what.
just pasted the entire output into a Discord message, so you got the whole, all the
Oh yeah, look at that. Well done.
information there. Yeah, I think it's. You want some graphs too? Here, I'll show some graphs.
No, 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 I don't need graphs.
Okay.
So take that information and
Mm-hmm.
ask
Do you want to?
GPT. Say if I
Want
did 100 trades with $1,000 account, what would be my
yeah.
expected return?
Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll also convert it into back to time to make sure that it's not
You haven't
like
lost something in conversion.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, even if it has, then that's fine because we've just fucking smacked the golden goose, so we don't care, right?
yeah.
Ask it, on 100 trades, or what would be my expected profit factor on 100 trades or whatever, or a
One thousand
thousand.
dollar starting size.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're just looking for a number that you can convert in your brain easily when it does it. So it's like, well, what's like all you have to do is ask it what is the expected um, profit or loss per trade on average. Like what is the return factor?
Okay, man. Even like 2 months ago, AI was not this good. You
No,
know?
I know. It's because DeepSeek came out and they have to fucking slap. They have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. I like the competition with China. It's like kind of like the space race, but it's like the AI race now. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to paste in the calculated win rate and everything.
The expected return per trade is 7%.
That's pretty good. It's very good.
Well, I mean, it's taking 600 stocks or something, 500 stocks.
Mhm.
How many trades total?
That'd be a good question.
I'm not seeing that number.
Oh, okay, so caveat, the information coefficient is negative. So it's saying that the performance might be driven by market conditions rather than a strong predictive edge from the indicator. But, okay, I need
Ignore
to
that.
press this thing. Yeah, I need to press this thing to get an actual result.
It took 14. So what period of time was this over?
I have 3 years of market data.
It's only taking 14 trades on 3 years. That's not right.
Okay, so if I go into Pine Editor and then I paste the Pine code that it put back, and then I do Strategy Tester, it shows unprofitable. Profitable trades 55%, total trades 67, but it's down 1.5% over the whole. Oh, it says on non-standard charts. Maybe I have to go just normal candles. Oh, okay. If I change to normal candles, it says 73% profitable trades. Yeah, that's kind of in line with what ChatGPT said. 68 total trades, and then total P&L of 1%. That definitely doesn't look right.
The reason it'll be a 1% profit is because it'll be buying the entire stock. It won't be leveraging it.
Okay, so it says it'd be around 21 to 22%. So, okay, let's see if that's, if I paste it in the Pine again, and the strategy tester.
This is interesting to you, I see.
Yeah, I've never actually tested with performance, trade analysis. Percent profitable, 73.53, which is pretty much in line
GPT's prediction.
with backtesting against the entire market too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So winning trades 50,
Losing trades 36.
18,
Oh, okay.
and then average P&L of 0.15 USD for, I don't know how much money. What? Okay, 2.02%.
Hang on. Here's the thing with that, okay? Ignore that stuff when it comes to TradingView's backtester.
Okay.
The reason why is because I do not trade like that. I trade with a fixed stop loss, which is leveraged to fucking the moon.
Okay, so it says Sharpe ratio is -3. Profit factor is 1.5. I don't. Those numbers don't make sense.
Because yeah, I don't know why it does that either, but and I don't know why it is doing that right now either, but
okay, that was just looking at Take Two Interactive as the stock that it was trading. Maybe it's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, so overview. So okay, so this is over how many days? 100 and something. Okay, so what is this? Profitable trades would be 68 on that.
Is this at 2 to 1?
So I'm just going through my long-term things I have on TradingView, and I'm just like clicking all the way down on them. And most of them, it looks like this strategy is profitable. On the S&P 500, it's ridiculous, but that's zoomed all the way out to infinity. Let's go like, oh, yeah. Okay. What about replay trading? Oh, okay.
You don't pay for it.
Oh yeah, true. Um,
I do.
okay, here I'll send you the code. Let's see. I'm curious what this.
You've converted this into a strategy, right?
Yeah, ChatGPT did its thing. Here's the.
Copy. Okay, so if we go here and we go create new strategy, Control Alt V, add to chart.
I want to see what your. Can I watch your screen to see what the?
I'm streaming, so yeah, jump on Twitch.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. Any good so far?
Profit factor is like 0.8%. Profitable trades 67%. Total trades 572. Max equity is point. Oh, what the? Okay, I must be using like fucking $1 per trade or something. Total
Yeah.
P&L 43 cents.
That's what I'm saying. Like the profitable trades is really good. Max equity drawdown is fantastic. Like all the metrics are amazing, but then like the final result is like plus like
Yeah,
$3 or
so
plus
when you do this, you need to
specify the quantity or something.
yeah. I can't remember how the fuck I do that.
So I think that's with the $1,000. Okay, let me just ask you
So
to make me
here's the thing, okay? Something just beeped at me too. When this does this, why is it doing that? So here's the thing with this, right? Is that it presumes that you have like a strategy tester. There's a thing in here somewhere that lets me change the amount per trade and stuff. Where the fuck is it? Here. No. Yeah, here. Initial capital is 1,000. Base currency is default. Order size is 1% of equity. Permitting? No. Commission? None. Verified price? No. Slippage? None. Margin? None. Margin? None. Order? Okay. So what's happening? I'll explain what's happening. The reason why it's doing that is it looks like it breaks even because it does. Okay. Let me show you why. So let me remove all of this shit. So in the world of let's get the OSC. Let's just do this one. In this world, if we take the obvious trades that it tells us to take, right? So if we take, I just need an example. This one says take from here to here. Take that trade there, all right? And then for argument's sake, we go 1 to 1. I'm trying to explain a concept here. And then in the same sentence, the next trade it asks us to take is like from here to here. Okay? These are not the same trade. Right?
Okay.
Even though this is 1 to 1, this here will earn me like 100 pips, and this will earn me 50 pips, or whatever, okay? So even though they're both 1 to 1, and they both are a valid 1 to 1 trade, if I win this one and lose this one, I'm losing more than I won, so I'm actually negative. Okay? And that's what TradingView is doing. That is why I ignore the amount at the end. Because what I do is I validate this. When I make an order, I need to go back into my normal thing here, okay? When I place an order, I place my order so that it looks like whatever the fuck it is that I want it to look like. I'll make this here my order, right? Say that's my order, and I come in here and I force it to be $10 every time, or $50 every time. So it doesn't matter if my trade is this big. It doesn't matter if my trade is this big or if my trade is this big. They are both $10 trades.
Okay.
Okay? And TradingView's backtester does not allow for this leverage system. So you ignore the profit and loss at the end. The only well, I do, because a trade this big is the same as a trade this big to me, so I don't care. All right? Do you understand that difference?
So it's going percentage based, and you go based on the.
It's going dollar for dollar, and I'm going percentage based.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it says I'm buying 1,000 shares, or yeah, if it says I'm buying 1,000 shares, and then I move 1% here, I then get 1,010 shares, right? Or the value of $1,010, okay? But then in this trade, it moves against me, and it moves 1,020. So between these two trades, instead of winning one, losing one, breaking even, I've lost this much. Let me inverse this so it makes more sense. Okay. Say you know what hedging is? You know how hedging works?
Yeah.
Okay, so say I take this trade. Okay, this trade and this trade. All right? I should be break even. When it comes out the top or comes out the bottom, I should be roughly break even, right? What happens if I do... Fuck off you. What happens if I do this? And it goes this way. That there.
Okay, yeah.
All right, what happens?
So you're changing your position sizing instead of so you're taking advantage of the win rate by changing your position sizing?
Yeah.
And, how much you have at risk and everything?
Yeah, I am. But if I didn't, this trade here and then if I had both these trades at the same time, right, if I hedged it like this, if I wasn't doing that and it went down, I'd win this trade, I'd stop winning at this point, so these two trades here would be break even to this moment, but then from here on down I'm losing, right? But if I made this trade and this trade $10, or $100, let's say I made them both $100, and I went down here and closed it, I would actually be $50 in profit. And then if it comes all the way down to here, I would be break even again.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do you understand?
I think so. I don't know. I'm kind of fuzzy on that because I never really hedge any bets or do anything like that. So
Okay.
but I'll trust you that the indicator is like going crazy on this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
what?
guess that makes sense if you're varying everything and.
Yeah, you're varying the amount that you buy so that you win the same dollar value, irrespective of the amount of the movement.
Mm. Okay, when you say it like that, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try to get a Pine strategy and just see if I can help make Pine that follows that training rule so that we can see the actual results.
tell it that we're not interested in the dollar amount, we're interested in the percentage of return on the account. All right. You know how I was saying that my indicators are not based on like on the price action itself. They give me an idea of how much it moves.
Mm-hmm.
You're distracted.
Yeah, I'm distracted. I'm typing something out right now. Sorry. This has been so much fun, just refining indicators and you know. I took ADHD medication, so I'm like locked in right now. Which is
Oh, I know.
nice. Yeah. Have you ever take like Vyvanse or Adderall or anything? Actually, I don't know about this streaming friendly topic. Actually, I don't know. That's
What's
probably
that? What's
nice.
this? What's this?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Concerta 72. That is juice. It's great for a while, but there's a wicked fucking crash at the end of it. It helps like when I had a normal job, my employers could tell within about 5 minutes that I wasn't whether I was or wasn't on it. I couldn't tell the difference, but fuck, they could.
Yeah.
And that was fine. It was good. It helped me keep a job like a normal person. But I'd get home and I'd be fucked. I'd just go home and be grumpy as shit. Eat, fucking maybe I'd take a shower and just fucking sleep until the alarm went off. So maybe whatever I was taking might have been a little bit overtuned. But yeah, it helped other people to think that I was more normal than what I really am for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like ADD and ADHD are they can suck, but at the same time, I feel like it can be kind of like a useful tool to have
I
for
agree.
certain things.
Like everyone's like, "Oh, ADHD is a curse," but I wouldn't give it up for anything.
It's kind of like maybe this kind of pessimistic view, but like imagine you're making a character in a video game and you have like a certain number of points to put into different
You
stats or
maxed out
whatever.
intelligence, and it's like, fuck it. I know I don't have any strength, but fuck it. I've got all the
Yeah,
charisma. No, you'd have no charisma.
yeah. I
you'd
feel
have.
like it's that, but for different like mental things. Like I feel like personally, I feel like I pulled all my stats out of like reaction time and processing speed, and then dumped it into comprehension and pulled it all out of memory too, like long term memory,
Yeah,
short term memory, and then
no,
just dumped it all into.
I feel that. I've got so mine is like mine's all in. like intelligence and agility. Not strength, agility.
Yeah.
So, because I have like, I say all, I mean some of it, there's some in strength and there's some in, but you know, I like this analogy. I like this analogy. Um, and like that would have been my starting character, but over time, I have put more points into wisdom and charisma.
Yeah,
You know, as I
absolutely.
level up, that's what I have chosen to level up in. So my other stats have come down. My intelligence and agility stats have come down, and I'm like putting more into charisma so that I can interact with normal fuckwits.
Yeah,
I mean, pick up
I
any
feel
chick I want. I mean,
yeah, I feel you on
I put all my points into pickup artistry. I laugh, but you, you've never seen me at the park.
Okay, so I've been downloading more stocks, so I now have 800 stocks downloaded. I'm gonna run it again to see if the metrics change at all. Because
Yeah, I
we're
don't.
testing with 400. Let's see if it does it with 800.
Okay, next one, don't do it with stocks, just do it with forex.
I don't have access to the forex market.
Oh, that's a pity. Oh well, hey, if you're doing this on stocks, man, we're gonna fucking destroy the forex market.
Yeah, actually, maybe I have access to forex data. I don't know. Okay, so with 800, it says the average win rate is 72%. The average profit factor is 1.78, and then the information coefficient is negative 0.01.
Okay,
So it
here's
hasn't
here's
changed
here's the
too
important
much.
thing, right? What's the amount? What's the risk amount to the win amount? Risk to reward ratio. That's what's important here.
Um, let's see. It says stop loss. Okay, stop loss is hit if the entry price minus 2x the ATR. The take profit is hit if it's the entry price plus 1x the ATR.
Right. That is a 67% break even.
Yes.
So anything above 67 is profit. So you said you're getting 70 what?
72%.
So we're on 4% profit per trade.
Yes. And the profit factor is 1.78. So I don't know if profit factor is even a good metric to have on here. If the ATR and everything is already calculating the what we have at risk versus profit and
The
everything.
profit factor is 1.7. That's a calculated whatever, and it's yeah. I mean, it's profit factor is fine on like a 1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly. Like normally I use win rate and profit factor to get how much the kind of expected value is, but I guess if the if it's not 1-to-1, then it's kind of misleading almost.
It's very misleading because because break even is 1.67.
Yeah.
So you have a what you'd be better off doing is find your total wins and total losses and turning them into a percentage.
Hmm. Sorry, new pine code. Let's see if this.
The other thing you want to do is, like I said, the tweak that you need to make is that it takes the trade on the re-entry. You watch the difference that that makes. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay, I'll try to get that changed right now. So I changed the pine code so it tries to keep it a consistent amount of like money at risk. for each given trade, and the performance, the Sharpe ratio. So it says profit factor 0.99,
Okay,
and then
so
Sharpe ratio is still negative, but
when
it's
you
not like
when you do this, you can tell it to ignore those metrics and tell it to presume that every trade will be at a 1-to-1, or what, like every trade will be at 2-to-1, and that you are leveraging, and that the stop loss will have the same monetary value every trade. That's the main thing. Tell it that when it calculates this, to calculate every trade will be worth like every stop loss is $100 and every take profit is $50 or whatever, so that it's not, so that you're like, because we can balance that, we can do that. It's a simple calculation. I have been doing it for years. It's built into TradingView, right? When you take a trade, if you're watching my screen, it's literally right fucking there. This is it here. This here is the calculator that does it for you. So, you know, I'm sure you've heard of people using pip calculators to control their risk.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is. But it's built into TradingView. There we go. Therefore, it's the only tool that I use now, because fuck using 3 websites to do the job of 1.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I pasted in the new Pine code. I'm just looking through all the different stocks to see like what it does, and it's pretty good. Like plus 108, assuming $1,000 in the account. I'm guessing to start.
yep.
It's like plus 108 USD. This one is minus 120, plus 172, plus 59, plus 116, plus 35, minus 157.
You've got to remember that that's assuming like 1% risk per trade.
Yeah.
Right, so that's saying that if you take $10 per trade over a couple of hundred trades, you'll end up with whatever it is that you end up with, $170. Well, funny story. Imagine if that was 5% per trade. If you're using a fixed risk, like if you're using 5% per trade or something,
Yeah. Be
um,
pretty volatile, but that'd be pretty crazy.
yeah. And then you do that compounding, that's like millions of fucking dollars, dude.
Yeah. Or using like you running it in parallel over multiple different
Yes, and
securities.
every trade goes back into the account, and every time the account has a positive balance, you up it.
Yeah. Or like imagine this, right? Instead of running it on a single stock or a single,
No,
forex pair or
you
whatever,
run it on all of
running
them.
it running it on 100 of them at the same time, and then like have like I don't know 1% of the account in 100 different things in parallel, and then instead of having a like a 0.5 Sharpe ratio or whatever, it would just kind of smooth it out to be like a really consistent.
Do you want to know something
Yeah.
wild, buddy? That's what I do.
Nice.
That's
That's
why
what I
I've got
call.
4 trades open right now.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, yeah, my max amount of trades I can do is 4 at a time with the like algorithmic thing. But that's what I want to do too. Is like just have like a ridiculous quantity, like 100 trades open at once, and just like smooth out any of the random crap. But then at that point, like the problem is the strategy I'm using currently only buys. Like I'm kind of scared to do short selling because there's potentially unlimited downside returns for short selling. So if I only buy across a
Have
hundred,
you ever heard of a stop loss?
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, yeah, but if I only buy across 100, it's just buying same as like buying the whole market. But yeah, adding a stop loss and all that, and adding that, yeah,
I mean, if you're into buying and shit, then that's what you do, you know. But you have a fear around only buying, and that is, what if the whole market crashes? I can hear it. I know exactly what you're thinking. So I mean, that's what you have stop losses for.
So how do I modify this so that it only places the trade when the like after the signal, like on the last candle that the signal is active, so it like it does it like
Just tell GPT, literally just tell GPT to take the trade on re-entry of the signal. Tell it that plus, is it plus 70 and plus 30 for you? Tell it that that is inside the channel, and you only take the trade once you re-enter the channel.
okay.
Remember, you can vary this as well. You could have like no take profit and just close the trade when it hits the other side. So you have a stop loss with no take profit, and it just closes the trade manually when the RSI hits the other side. Or better yet, when the RSI closes off the other side. But you know, that's getting complicated.
Okay, so it queues it up it queues up a signal when it goes above the threshold or below the threshold, and
Yes.
then after it breaks back through the channel, then it
Takes
does
the
a
trade.
and then the exit logic is just stop loss, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's gonna break your fucking mind.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, this is better than that genetic programming thing.
You're gonna lose your shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Python and the Python just to see what it runs. Oh, it ran into an error.
Don't worry, the cost is that you're gonna have to send me the code.
Yeah.
It ain't free. Hang on, 024. Where have you been, man? I've needed someone to do this shit for me because I'm too fucking slow to do it myself.
Just doing that GTA stuff recently.
Yeah, I understand. 1.3. 0.13 sell at market. Instant. Done.
Yeah, I remember last time we were talking, we were messing around with like moving averages and stuff.
Well, I've still got a moving average one and an MCLA3 and MCLA3 is the one I'm using at the moment. It's very fucking interesting. And I use it to confirm the movement.
Okay, I think this is broken because it's saying it's not doing any trades.
Yeah, that's likely. Because it's not doing the re-entry thing properly.
Yeah. Let's see. so it said it entered no trades when I did the reentry thing, but that's not correct.
Oh, that just means that it's not doing what it's meant to.
Yeah. Okay. So I've downloaded 991 stocks now, so let's see how performance on those.
Just do it one on one. Just do it on one to make sure that it places trades. Maybe.
I have to make 2 versions of it
Oh, okay.
to do that.
Oh, we'll just run it then. Fuck it. It's only another minute or so longer.
Yeah. Okay, so just finished. So, what the heck? Okay, this can. Wow, that's insane. So, average win rate 75%.
Yes.
Profit factor is 13. Like, not 0.13.
Not.
13.04.
Yes.
Like 13.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and then, okay, so that's pretty interesting.
Do you want to know why?
Oh, there's an outlier in the data. There's no, okay, one of the stocks has a profit factor of like
Bazillion.
1700 or something. Yeah, I'm gonna make it so it just removes that one outlier, like a cutoff of over like 20, so that's a little bit more realistic. It's probably just some like
Crypto fucking one shot wonder. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what it'll be.
It's good that it was graphed, otherwise I wouldn't see that chart distorted so crazy. Because it looked like there was one big bar with like profit factors around like
a bazillion.
Like 0 to 10. And then like way on the other side of the graph there was like just this one bar out at like 1700 profit factor.
At a bazillion.
Yeah.
A bazillion.
Okay, let's see what it is. I'm curious different time frames too, because this has all been on the daily time frame. And I haven't even changed the settings on it to be like 7 and 30 and all that. Oh, I guess RSI liked 7.
RSI likes 7. I don't know why, but it does. It really, really does.
Yeah. Okay, that's more reasonable. Profit factor. So average win rate is staying steady at 75%. Profit factor is 3.0, but there's a big clump of them at 10 because I set the cutoff threshold at 10. So kind of trails off. I'm just gonna say to all the ones that get clustered around 10, because that's the cutoff, to just remove those because those are probably,
No, I don't. Why would you remove them if they're part of your, if you're gonna trade them?
Like there's like it kind of like exponentially decays as the profit factor goes higher, and then there's a big spike all the way at 10 because I set the threshold to cut them off at 10. So it's like in the code, it's just say that 1700 profit factor anomaly that gets worked all the way down to 10 and then gets added to that big stack. You know what I mean? because that 13 profit factor, I think that's kind of just a like a anomaly in the data, not like what it would actually rate as. You know what I mean? Because I only have the raw price data. I don't have like the stock split data or dividends or anything like that. So like imagine a company does like a 10x reverse stock split, and the price goes from like 1 to 100, but then there's 100 times more shares. So the value of the company hasn't changed. So like
Oh, okay.
the broker will adjust it so that there's no change. But then the numbers in the data I have will go up from like 1 to 100 instantly.
Yeah.
And then the strategy thinks that it's like making
100
100x, but
times.
it's
Yeah.
really making,
Nothing.
yeah, yeah,
The strategy thinks it's doubled probably.
yeah. So I'm just gonna try to get that handle. Graph for the Sharpe ratio looks pretty solid then. It looks like a like a normal looking graph with some pretty good values in it.
We shall see what we shall see when there is something to see.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do it so that the um, top like 0.1% of profit factors get clicked off so that those like
Anomalies can
crazy,
fuck the fuck off.
yeah, those crazy weird data errors get figured
Removed.
out.
Yeah.
Which there might be some real trades in there, but you know,
It's just better if there's not.
yeah, it's better to have like decently accurate data than like it's better to lose a couple real trades in there and lose all that crazy weird data manipulation crap than have those couple real trades. Like those couple real trades will just be the cherry on top.
Let's just say that, oh yay, it was better than expected is better than, oh shit, it's worse than expected.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Better to be a little conservative with it than have overly optimistic expectations.
Careful, you're sounding like a Trumpian.
Yeah.
You're Canadian, right?
Yeah, yeah. Although I don't mind Trump. I think he's doing some good things for the economy.
I think he's doing a lot of good.
Yeah. I mean, personality wise, he's not the best, but at the same time, like I don't really care about my
he's not there to be liked.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not the job.
Okay. So okay, I think that's still crazy. I think the data errors are not as bad as first thought.
I don't think they skew the data that much.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is actually finding some crazy good trades, like some crazy profitable trades.
Yes. I would be surprised if it didn't.
Yeah. Well, it's just clipping them. That's why it's not.
Here we go. This should enter back in through here. Now, in theory, I would be able to take this because it's dipped here. I could take that. And I can take that. Do I wait for the double confirmation? Is that what I do?
I wonder, you know, ran into this issue when I was trying to add the thing where it takes a trade when it goes out of the range. Maybe should redo the original one because I think this problem might be there in the original as well. You know what I mean?
It's possible. what I would be inclined to look at is just making sure the code is doing what we expect it to. Because when you say I've got a 4% expectancy, that's a bit lower than I am expecting. I'm just iterating this by hand right now, and I'll tell you what I'm getting in a second. The first month of January last year, nearly done.
Okay, so I think this is so I keep trimming down the crazier outliers, but there's still crazy outliers even after trimming it down. So I think it is accurate, like
Yep, that's fine. What does it say? Because I know there will be some at like 13.
So if I remove the top 5%,
Okay.
assuming that's like just crazy market dynamic
Something
BS,
fucking weird. Yep.
yeah, then it says win rate is 57%. That's the going in after it breaks out of the like above the range, and going in after it goes like up into the range. And then the profit factor is 3.06. But then if including all the crazy market shenanigans, like all the crazy stuff, the average win rate would be 74% and profit factor would be 11.
No. No. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No.
saying. 11 is way too high of a number, so
11
I
on
think
average, the answer is no.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's being skewed by having like one profit factor in the whole calculation being way out at like 10,000 profit factor, and it brings it all the way up. You know what I mean?
More like 10 fucking million, but yes,
Yeah,
that's just fucking ludicrous.
yeah. So like I'm seeing there's a lot of ones that are like, oh, okay, I think the profit factor should be weighted by how many trades that it does, because imagine there's one trade and has a profit factor of 5, and then there's another stock where it does 50 trades and the profit factor is 1.2. That 1.2 will be a much more accurate reflection of what it's doing than like that just one, you know what I mean?
No. No. Because if that was the case, then you'd only test one stock.
Yeah. Like,
Don't overcorrect your data.
yeah.
Sometimes you get good wins. Are you looking at my screen? I could show you one right now.
Yeah. Like it says that on the stock ZM, it has a profit factor of 25 and a win rate of 75.
How
Right?
old is that
But
stock? Like they've been
uh,
around like a month or some shit.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. ZM, Zoom Communications.
Zoom. Yeah, Zoom fucking skyrocketed, bro.
Yeah, yeah. In 2020, it like went up like from
A
30 million
bazillion.
to like 500. Yeah. So, um, let's see. Yeah. So I think it is accurate. Yeah.
Like, you will catch some of those outliers, alright? It will happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna say the top 1% is market crazy dynamics, and then the rest are accurate.
Okay, stop playing with your thing for a minute and watch my screen.
Okay.
So, this is start of the year, 2nd of
Mm-hmm.
January, start of last year, okay? And I did this down to every trade. Oh, I missed one. Down to here, which is the 1st of February. So, literally 1 month, okay? I placed every trade, that every valid trade. So, we've got our marker. When this changes direction, back
Mm-hmm.
towards, if I've got a confirmation by it being on this outlier, if it's come into this outlier and then I get this turning back in, that's a confirmation to buy. And then the opposite is if it goes above it, if this goes above it, which it has, and then when this turns back around, I then short, okay? And it's a 1 to 2 profit ratio, so it's going to be 0.5. They're all going to be 0.5 or close enough, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've done that on every trade. Every trade. I lost that one bugger, but I won the one right after it. Right? I've done this on every trade. This one won. This one lost. If it won, I put a little green arrow. If it lost, I put a little red arrow. I'm going to scroll this down so that we can just see the arrows. We can just count the arrows for the month. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 arrows, and then the reds we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So,
Yeah.
4 times 2 is 8 because it's 2 losses. Okay? So 17 minus 8 is 9. Oh, 17. Fucking, alright, clear. 17 minus 8 is 9. Okay? So 17 plus 17 wins, 8 losses equals
Mm-hmm.
25 divided by 17 gives me the win to loss ratio of 1.47. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That is my RR. So every trade I place, every risk I take, I get a return of 1.47. So I get a return of half. So if every trade is $10, I would get $170. I would get 80 something dollars for the month because it'll be half. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what this means is that if every trade was one risk, I would get half times 9. I'd get 4R back in the month. Is that right?
I think because you did it for the whole month and you're calculating it, isn't that for the whole month?
Yes, but if I risk 1% of my account per trade
Mm-hmm.
and I win 17 and lose 8 for a total of 9, oh, then I've got 8R for the month. Every trade I place, I have an expectancy to win 1.5. So if I place $10, right, I expect that to close at 15.
Yeah. I'm not sure what like the logarithmic like it'll build on itself right over a month, but I don't know what the logarithmic
If I was to do that, I would use the Kelly quotient. I'm pretty sure I've got that here, which is wild, by the way.
oh yeah, I've seen that.
So my probability of winning is um 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 it was 17 plus 8. No, 17 wins, 4 losses equals 21 divided 100 times 17. Is that it? No. What the fuck is it? 21 divided 17. No, 17 divided 21. There it is. Okay, so I have an 81% win rate.
Mm-hmm.
81% win rate. Gain of positive is 1. Loss of negative is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Initial capital is 1,000. 1,000? 1,000. Hello? Oh.
I think you have to hit the little.
Yeah, 1,000. Hello. Okay. Calculate. So, 1,000 trades. Let's do 100 trades because that's wild. Simulate. If I do each trade, it's telling me to. I have such a high expectancy that I should take every trade at 116,000 per account per trade.
Oh man.
It's saying that I have such a high expectancy to win
Mm-hmm.
that every trade should be $160.
I mean, that sort of makes sense. I feel like that's like the numbers are working out, right? But like just kind of in the back of my mind, it's like that's going to be an extremely choppy ride up. You know what I mean?
It works out. It works out. It's really interesting how it works. So if you had, it's actually like the most smooth ride you can imagine because every trade is a percentage of itself, and like if you know that you're going to win 4 out of 5 trades, which is what that was. That nah, winning gain of positive. Let's go with 100, and let's go with 200. What does that do? Does that fix it? Yeah, that's it. That fixes it. Okay, so on 100 trades, I will 40x my account. So how this works is because every trade is a percentage of the account. If you were winning like 9 out of 10 trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
On if it calculates out the Kelly criterion for you and it says that it's 14% per trade, if you take every single trade at 14% of your account and you lost one of them somewhere, it doesn't matter whereabouts in that set of equations. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the first one or the last one or one of the ones in the middle. If every trade was 14% of the account and you did it 10 times and you lost one, then you have the exact same amount of money at the end, no matter which trade it was that lost.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Um,
Oh, I just put this in on my algorithmic investment thing, and it's saying I should invest 70% of my account.
your to invest 70% of your account, you are winning like 95% of your trades.
Yeah, which doesn't happen. I only win 40%, but I'm sniping, so my uh
So
my
what's your return? Like fucking 5 to 1?
pretty much, yeah.
Right.
So my average profitable trade on a $5,000 account balance is 301. My average unprofitable trade is
Okay, so
79.77.
4 to 1. Four and a
Yeah,
half,
four
four
to
and a
one.
half, 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I knew.
So
Well, I knew. Like off the top of my head, I wasn't too far off.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So yeah, the Kelly criterion is nuts, and what it does is nuts, and the acceleration that you can see in your account from doing this is fucking ludicrous. But it requires a positive expectancy. And what the Kelly criterion does is it averages out the growth curve on a positive expectancy. If those numbers don't work out, you lose all your money very quickly. If you get a wicked losing streak for some reason, then yeah, it goes. The Kelly criterion expects you to do hundreds or thousands of trades in order to win. Like, it only works out over long periods of time. It is not a good uh, metric to use if you are doing like 10 trades, but it is good if you are doing like 10,000 trades.
Yeah, like I'm only doing 66 trades per year as my sniping. I mean, I guess that's why I had to backtest like a million times, right?
If you're doing 66 trades a year and you make 3x per trade, 4.5x per trade, yeah, I mean, I'd put more into each trade if I was winning that much.
Is my optimal investment size 6,375%? That's kind of ridiculous. I don't think that's accurate. I'm doubting these numbers here. Like, this seems too good to be true, kind of thing, you know? Even even 100 times less than that would be, you know?
Have you seen this tool? There's a tool here. Um, um, this one. You take $1,000 account,
Daily compound interest.
okay? You do 3% per day for 66 days, include all days of the week. This is presuming 3% of your entire account every day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You multiply your $1,000 account, it becomes $7,000 in 66 trades.
Yeah. That doesn't match what my backtesting says, though. My backtesting says um, with a $5,000 account value, it would go to $10,405. So
Yeah, what's your interest rate?
maybe
That's the what's the percentage of your R? Like how much money are you risking and how much are you getting for each trade?
so I'm risking 20% of the account balance per trade,
Yep,
and there can be a maximum of 4 trades running in parallel.
yep.
But in practice, sometimes there isn't all 4 of
So
those
if
things
you're if you're
at the
risking
same time.
if what's your expectancy per trade? Like if you're risking 20%, how many? What's your win loss rate? 75.
Uh, so my uh, profitable. I'm only profitable 40% of the time.
Yep.
My percentage gain per trade is 1.64.
1.64 times 1.4 is 1 point fucking 2 something. No, one. It's that's a negative correlation.
Yeah, so I don't know why my backtesting is
1.6 times 0.4 equals no. 1.6 divided by, no, times, clear, 1.6 times 0.4 equals 0.64. No.
Okay, let me
Yeah, it is.
mess around with this.
That's losing money.
Yeah, but I don't know why my backtesting
Wait.
shows me I'm gaining money then. You know what I mean?
Wait. Because you win, what, 3 times per trade, right?
Yeah.
4 point
Like
times
so
4.5. You're running 3R, risking 20R to win 3R, 66 trades. Yeah, you are.
negative?
Nah, positive, just.
Yeah, I mean it says 108% return over 1 year in like backtesting with the whole market and everything.
You've got to remember that that does not account for slippage and fees, and slippage and fees will eat that money.
Yeah. I'm assuming a flat fee cost of I think it was like $3 per trade or something. The problem is in practice, like on my paper trading account, it'll submit like say I want to buy like I don't know 120 shares. It'll do like, oh, your order was partially filled. Here's a $3 cost, and then oh, your order was another partial fill, a $4 cost. Like it'll split it into so many different like sub orders, and it's really eaten into cost. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not 100% confident in this in these numbers though. So I make 8,000. So okay, so I start with 5,000. My total profitable trades is 8,100. My total unprofitable trades is 3,100.
So you're up
So
5k,
so yeah, so I'm up five.
5,500.
So I end it with 10,405, and then that ends up being a 108% return, and then my gain per trade is 1.64. But the gain per trade 1.64 is the total account balance, but it's only risking 20% of the account to get that 1.64. So I don't think this is I don't think my back testing is accurate. Okay, well I gotta work on that tonight because that's like my paper trading account is up. I went from 5K to 6K over the course of a couple months paper trading with the strategy, but I don't know. I think my back testing is kind of screwed up here.
It's it's likely because I've got strategies that, like, I do this by hand and it works perfectly. I'll run it through a backtesting simulator and I'm always negative every time.
Yeah.
So that can't be right, dude. Like, you just watched me do it then for a month, right? And it was
Yeah.
I I won 75% of my trades.
Mm-hmm.
If I turn the exact same strategy, if I go and turn my table on, right, I'm down to 60%. I need 66% to break even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's, yeah. Although I guess that doesn't really help me in the end because I'm fully automated the whole thing. So if my full automation sucks, then it sucks in practice too, you know? So,
It would suck in reality as well, yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm doing trades by hand is this is where the computer should be putting it, so that when I code it, eventually this is the trade it should have taken.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm finding that generally speaking, it doesn't. There must be some kind of human error that goes into this, but it's actually like human correction.
Yeah, like maybe you see the news or something, and then you take a break from trading, or
It's more like I'll sit down and because I know that my trades are 25 to win, 50 to lose, for instance, right? I'll sit down and mine will say 26.5 and it's still going up, and I'll just go close that because that should have already closed. And I don't want that to turn around and then me turn into a losing trade.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it could be little fucking things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm happy with a $25 win because that's all it was meant to be. Anything over and above that is potential for it to turn around and lose money.
Oh, I think I know why the outlier is. Actually, no, never mind. That wouldn't work. Um, I thought it was just entering the trades and then not exiting the trades until the ATR is triggered, and then if the ATR just keeps going up and up and up, it stays within the range and then just holds the trade for like 3 years when it's in the ATR, and then it exits at the end, and then
If it's doing that and that works, then that's a valid trade, dude. And we just need to adjust the strategy for that. Because if that works, dude, we're fucking yep, yep.
yeah,
That's not dumb. That's not dumb. That's following accidentally trend following. I'll take that.
yeah,
If
fair
that
enough.
worked,
Yeah,
if
I
that
just
wasn't
yeah,
if that was a mistake and it worked, who fucking cares?
yeah,
Like you don't go, oh shit, that's an outlier. We'll ignore it. You're like, oh fuck, how can I do that again?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, let me see if I can convert into Poland.
At the point that the ATR was calculated, it would have placed the take profit. So I wouldn't expect for it to continue to hold it. But I do hear what you're saying. If it's recalculating the ATR every strike, and the market continues on like an upward trajectory, we could theoretically hold forever.
Like imagine it buys the S&P 500 and then just for 20 years, you know what I mean? And then the profit factor ends up being like,
A bazillion.
yeah,
And then it's like, oh yeah, I made a bazillion on that. Yeah, in one trade over 20 years. Yeah, okay.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I only have 3 years of market data that is feeding into this, so it should not like
Yeah.
be too crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, if it does it to one trade, and that one trade is worth fucking, it's $100 trade that makes $7,000, and your profit factor is 9,000, and then on the next couple of trades your profit factor is 1.1, and then on average your profit factor is 330. It's like, no, that's what you're saying, right? It could that one big trade could skew your data so hard.
yeah, that's why I tried removing the top
1%,
1% of results.
5%,
Yeah.
something.
Hmm. Okay.
How did you get ChatGPT to draw accurate charts? Because if I ask it to draw charts, do you know what it does? It writes garbage.
Like, what do you mean accurate charts? Like in Pine or in
Well, no, this histogram. You've given me a histogram of profit factors across stocks. If I asked it
um,
to do that, it would it would just spit out like an infographic of random pictures that look like charts.
yeah, the chart is made with Python. Like, I got it to make Python, and then the Python makes the chart.
Oh, okay. You cheated.
Yeah, yeah,
That's fine. I accept your apology.
yeah. I mean, I think it is accurate. Yeah, I think it's mostly accurate. I think there's still a little bit of the numbers being fudged with stock splits and crazy shenanigans, but yeah, I think it is pretty accurate.
Overall, my RSI has a positive expectancy.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
What would be nice is it's pretty good at catching tops and bottoms. It would just be nice to make that more reliable.
Hmm.
So maybe you could plug that into your genetic algorithm or something similar, and ask it to find a correlation or an anti-correlation that finds the other side of the trade, finds the better exit points. Ask it to look
Yeah.
for something that gives you good exit points.
Yeah. I guess yeah. Yeah, I'd have to change my
Approach.
thing for that. Yeah. It's the genetic programming library. Whenever it makes like new indicators, it just randomly generates the math to begin with. I've never had it like start out with anything to begin with. Like it just kind of like when it throws a bunch of shit at the wall and sees what sticks, the initial starting shit is always random. So I have to change it up a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. What you can do is say, hey, look, I've got this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of all of the thing, just because look, the problem with that is that you're finding a random entry point and a random exit point. If you have a metric that you know takes good entries or takes good exits, it's like, or one or the other. It's like, okay, so if I can get good entries consistently because I have this, how do I find the good exits? You've already got one half of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Find me some good exits. How do I know when it works? Well, the genetic library is a really interesting idea. In saying that, if we relied on a genetic library for our evolution, we wouldn't be here. I can smell
Yeah.
septage. I can smell septage. Someone's opened a septic tank nearby. Or overflowed their tank or something. Anyway, man, that'll give you some food for thought. I'm gonna take a break for an hour or
Yeah.
two
Get a
or
little
something.
burnt out too.
Have fun with that. Don't be a stranger. I gave you a
Yeah, I'll
toy.
hop in every now and then.
I,
Yeah.
I gave you a new toy. Come back and let me know how it goes. Or go back to
Yeah.
doing your own shit. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely have to start fixing my own strategy because my back testing, I have a feeling like my data provider is broken, so I can't even run my strategy day to day to test it. And then when I do get that fixed, my back testing seems broken because I don't think the values are too accurate on it. So I don't know, there might be some weird stuff going on there.
What are you
But
What are you backtesting against? Are you just backtesting against that data in Python?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then what I do is I do a back test every night, and then whatever the back test comes up with as a current buy signal for like tomorrow, then I execute that as my actual buy signal.
And
So like
where do you make that execution?
on interactive brokers with their paper trading account, like
Okay.
I have like their API and everything set up to
Okay.
interface with my code, and then it just sends it through interactive brokers, and then can like watch how the account is trending up and down every night.
Here's the
And I have
thing.
it.
It's working and it's worked for 6 months,
Yeah,
right?
it
Well,
is. It is working, but I still have a feeling that my back testing is still like like it's working, but I have a feeling that the numbers are still slightly off. Like I don't know. Like maybe I should just add more detailed like metrics to it and get more information
information.
out of the back test. Yeah, and see if any like just get a whole bunch more information and see if any of it is conflicting with any other bit. But
Yeah, don't know. Don't know enough about it.
yeah, should check out like a Python like an online Python thing because it's really useful for training, and it's not like with AI and everything now, like you don't have to be some like coding wizard about like I'm not a coding wizard or anything. Like I'm a pretty like I'd say I'm a pretty below average kind of like entry level programmer, but even then with AI you can do some absolutely amazing like crazy things with it, you know. So it's definitely like the amount of effort to put into it for the amount of results you get out of it is like a very high reward ratio, I guess you could call
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yep. I understand.
It's
Anyway,
really
man,
worth it.
I'm gonna dip. I'll catch you later on, bro. And
All right.
thanks for coming
It's
in.
good.
And
Yeah, it was good
and
talking.
come back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely will. Yeah, it's
Okay,
good
cool.
talking.
Yeah. Catch you later, bro.